All right, folks, welcome back to a special edition of Up and Down with Sam. Today we're going to be doing a special episode with the three of the Calvin Golf Team members. We're down here in Florida at the national tournament, and we're going to get to that. That's kind of the idea behind the episode. But I'm just going to have these guys introduce themselves to start. So, Turk, we'll start with you.
My name is Matt Turcotte. I am a fourth-year senior on the golf team, and that's all I got.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm Ethan Tiller. I'm a junior. I'm from Kalamazoo, Michigan. And yeah, this is my third year on the golf team.
Yeah. Lars?
I'm Jack Marzolino. I am a senior. I am from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. All right, so the way we're going to do this, we're going to go through a little bit of a run through of the preview of the season, early on in the season. We're going to spend a decent amount of time on the MIAA Championship, and then we will go into the preview for nationals. So we're going to start with this fall. Coming into the season, what were the expectations? Last year, I know we felt like we had a good chance to win the conference, and we came up short by a larger margin than we wanted to be, right? So there's definitely some disappointment in that coming off of last year. You guys are seniors. Turk and Mars are seniors. So you guys, this is it, right? This is the last year for you guys. So kind of walk me through some of those expectations to start the year, Turk.
Yeah, I feel like that we knew that this year was probably our best chance, with me and Mars being seniors, kind of our last go at it. And the previous 3 years we've been ran out of the gym by Hope.
Mm-hmm.
So that kind of sucked. So I guess coming into this year, we were like, I guess this is it. We knew it was it. So, I mean, we started well. We knew that we had to start well, and we did. So that was huge. But I think the biggest thing was that we knew that we could do it. I mean, as every team does. But we believed it, and we knew that we had a great group of guys. A team we were super deep in the fall too. I mean, we had tons of guys that contributed, so that was a big part of like starting fast, I guess.
Yeah. Mars, we'll go to you. Coming in senior year, what were the expectations?
I mean, the expectation for me was to win at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it has always been like, we got to win the conference. We're going to do what it takes. I think after watching last year for me, so my junior year, the MIAA final, we were down 19 going into it. After 9 holes, we had the lead cut to 3, and then I think we ended up losing the conference by over 25.
Yeah.
By the end of it, so
yeah.
That was incredibly heartbreaking, at least for me. I felt like we had it, and we fell short. So I think this year it was like, we are going to do what it takes. This team is capable, and as a group, we are going to make sure that the group gets held accountable to achieve that standard. And especially early on in the year, it was very strict of, I don't like the way you're walking. I don't like your attitude right now. You got to fix that, because we can't have this when we're competing. And I think that was really important to our success early.
Yeah, for sure. And then, Tiller, moving into you, obviously not your senior year, but upperclassman, been in the lineup your entire college career, so you had all the experience, and you knew you were kind of the biggest support beam for these two guys sitting next to you. So kind of walk us through what you were thinking coming into the year.
Yeah, kind of echoing what these two said. I think Mars said it well. Like, just the fall, we were very intent driven, and just mindful about how we're practicing and how we're preparing. I'd say also, just coach saying, like, we got to believe we can win.
Yep.
And we got to keep saying we can win, and it'll happen. So, yeah, I think just trying our best and playing each MIAA round like it's the final. Because every stroke matters. So, I think we did a good job of staying in it in every tournament.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, the MIAA is our conference, and it's set up, the golf is set up, where we play 6 cumulative tournaments. So literally every shot matters, every tournament matters. 4 of those tournaments are in the fall, and then we have a 2-day tournament in the spring. And so coming out of the fall, so we're going to skip through the fall a little bit. Played our 4 tournaments. We were 2 back of Trine, right? Trine University. They were in the lead by 2 shots. So we felt pretty good. I think it's the first winter we've headed into where it's not a big deficit, where we're like, oh man, we got to really go get some shots. We almost felt like it was even, like the table was even. So long winter, we come out in the spring, and the whole time the focus is just those 2 days at Hawkshead. Hawkshead was golf course we played for the final 2-day tournament, and that was literally the focus every time. Every time we had a post-round talk, every time we had a team meeting, it was Hawkshead, Hawkshead, Hawkshead. And that I saw shift was different from previous years. Like we were almost focused on each individual event in previous years, but I felt like everything we did this spring and winter was pushing towards the big goal. And so we're going to skip to that day. What were the emotions leading up to that first tee shot of the MIAA, knowing that we were right there? And how did you kind of handle those emotions? We're going to start with Turk.
The emotions were brutal for me. I mean, I was so nervous, and I don't really get nervous for golf tournaments like a normal golf tournament. I usually a little bit of nerves on the first tee, but I usually just step up there and hit it, and then I'm good from there. But I mean, I did not eat anything at breakfast. I was in the ringer. I was in the bathroom before. I mean, it was brutal for me. I made it to hole 6 before I thought I was gonna leak one down my leg. Had to make it to the Porta-John to get right with myself, but ended up, playing all right that day. But it was just, the emotions they were everything. I mean, it was just all about controlling your emotions. And I mean, I think there's a negative stereotype with that. Like, if you're nervous, you can't play bad, or you can't play good.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can still fight it and battle. And like you said, everything we've been doing, all the competition, all the high intensity moments, I mean, they kind of prepared us for that moment, like still play good when you're nervous. So we really just had to dig deep on that one.
Yeah. And we'll go to Tiller next. What did it feel like for you?
I think for me, it was more nerves of like our whole spring season. Like I wasn't nervous on the 2 days of the finale. I was more nervous like the whole duration of our spring season and like kind of the days leading up to Hawkshead. But yeah, like the day of, I wasn't really too nervous. I mean, yeah, first tee shot is always nerving, but yeah, I'd say it was more like leading up to it. I was nervous for it.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah. And Mars?
I would say, ironically enough, that was the most free I felt this entire spring, was once I got to Hawkshead on that Wednesday. This spring was hands down the worst spring of my college career. It's the first time I got benched in my college career was this spring.
Yeah.
So that was a new one for me. But I think I was so focused on, I want to be playing and I want to be a part of helping us win, that getting there was the hard part. Once I got there, I was like, man, I'm home free now. Now I can just go play.
Yeah.
So nervous, yeah. I mean, that first tee shot was rough. It got very real very fast for me.
Yeah.
So I think like the nerves were there, but I settled in pretty fast. Birdie on the first helps.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
So, set the scene even more. Turk here was in the lead for the individual MVP of the league. So he's got that on, like he's carrying that with him as well as the championship and being our top player throughout this whole year. So did that add any pressure? Were you thinking about that at all, or was it all just focused on? Because I know your mom was thinking about it.
I know.
But
I don't think it added any pressure necessarily. I mean, I definitely thought about it a little bit, but I think the only time that I was really thinking about it was when you were like, "You think your mom wants you to win the MVP more, or for the team to win?" I was like, "Geez, I sure hope she wants the team to win more," but you never know. But yeah, I think it might add a little bit, just knowing that we're playing as a team, but out there I got a little match going with Garrett, which which to set the scene a little bit, Garrett and Trine were just pummeling us all spring.
Right.
So that was a little. I mean, that you think about that and you're like, yeah.
Right.
It's only I had a 4-shot lead, so that can be gone in 2 holes.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was practically the same even table set as the team championship
yeah.
in a way. So we make it through that first day round. Turk and Mars both shoot 2 under rounds. Tiller shoots even par.
Mm-hmm.
And our team is what?
3 over.
3 over.
3 over par. And in the total grand scheme, we were up 2. So now we've transitioned into the lead here. So now we're sleeping on a lead. I remember we got back in the van and we were kind of all like, wow, that was crazy. Like we were a little like, that was awesome. And so walk me through some of those emotions throughout the 200 round that you shot, Mars. Obviously, like you're coming out of a completely different position. Like you said, coming off being benched, tough spring, and you go out there and you shoot your best round by far, right?
Yeah.
So like walk us through a little bit of the mentality switch there and then how you slept on that headed into the second day.
So the 70 I shot 2 under. There wasn't really a whole lot going on in my head of, wow, I just played good today. I think like I was so focused on the fact that we jumped Trine.
Yeah.
Like I was so excited that as a collective group we were able to put together our best performance as a team,
Right.
which was 291. Did we beat that
Yeah.
as Holder?
No.
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 So that was our best team performance that spring.
Right.
I was so happy about that. I was like, I think in that moment, I remember telling myself, getting in the van, I was like, we can do this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad I could contribute, but this team is capable, and this team showed it.
Right.
And I think sleeping on it, honestly, it was raining the entire day.
Mm-hmm. Miserable day.
It was miserable out. I was incredibly tired. So normally I don't get a lot of sleep before tournaments, especially big ones. I was very glad I was tired enough where I just kind of passed out and I got a full 8 hours. That never happens for me considering I got 3 the night before.
Right. Exactly. And then Ethan, you shot even par. I know that you had a little feeling that you should have been in red numbers that day, a little bit. So walk us through a little bit of that and then how you moved into the following day.
Yeah. I remember the round, but all I remember is just grinding out pars, making a couple birdies there, a couple bogeys there. But yeah, it was just a steady round, and we did a new thing. Coach didn't want us to look at the leaderboards. Yeah. So that was also kind of like, in a way, like comforting, knowing like I'm just gonna keep playing my next hole. Yeah. Like trusting that my seniors are playing good. Yeah. And sure enough, they showed up. So that was also a cool part of it, like not seeing that all day and then getting to the end and being like, oh wow, like
we're in the lead.
We did it. So that was cool, and then like sleeping on it like was definitely nerving for me. I don't know, because you want to do it so bad, but you don't know what's gonna happen. So 100%. Yeah.
And then Turk, you had your 4-shot lead in the individual race. You tie Garrett. You both shoot 2 under, and the team's now in first. So like as senior captain, leader on the team, obviously in the MVP race, like how did that night feel for you and like getting ready that next day for the second round?
Well, because like Tiller said, we weren't looking at the scoreboard, so when I walked off the course, I played pretty good, but I was like, he probably could have beat me today. Yeah. So when I looked at it, we were tied. I was like, all right, cool. Feel good about that. The night, I'm a good sleeper, so I don't get nervous with sleeping. Okay. But the next morning, I knew to order a little less food at breakfast, and even then, I had to call in Sam to clean up my plate.
I cleaned it up.
But yeah, I don't think anything mentality wise changed from day 1 to day 2,
Mhm.
for me at least.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing. I did not sleep very well. I was up all night worried about you guys. But yeah, so show up the next day. We finally have a little better weather, but it's still freezing cold. I mean, I was freezing the whole day. But we end up going out there and winning the tournament and the conference. So Mars shoots 4 under and wins that 2-day tournament as a whole at 6 under. Tiller shoots his personal best in college, 5 under, shoots 67, is the low round for over the 2 days. And then Turk comes in at +3 and sneaks out the MVP race.
Knock it out.
And we took the score, end up winning the conference. I'm going to start with Tiller on this one, 5 under. I mean, you got to walk us through a little bit of like what it was like out there, how it was feeling. I know that me and Coach were just trying to stay away from you and just let you do your thing. But talk us a little bit through that.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly one of my things, like playing tournaments. Like I just like to be left alone.
Mm-hmm.
So that was clutch that Sam could keep Coach away a little bit. I mean, I would have been cool with seeing him and chatting whatever, but he didn't say a word to me the whole time, so that was cool. Yeah, just a lot of fairways, a lot of greens. I made an eagle, which I never make eagles, so
Yeah.
I gotta be playing good if I make an eagle.
Yeah.
Putter got pretty hot. I made a honestly pretty good bogey on that tough 12th hole. I mean,
Yeah.
probably shouldn't have hit 6-iron there, but just flew the green into the weeds and
Right.
left it this short for the par. But
Yeah, it was your only bogey of the day.
other than that, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of good shots. It was fun day. So.
Yeah, had to be fun out there.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna jump to you, Mars. 4 under. I mean, you left it all out there, knowing that it could have been your last tournament, right? So walk us through those emotions, because you started inferno. You were on fire out of the gate.
Yeah.
You had a moment, and then you got back on the horse a little bit. So walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm an incredibly emotional golfer, and my scorecards typically reflect that with a lot of shapes, both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
The emotions were high coming in. I mean, I use music. I listen to music when I warm up, and Tiller decided to enlighten me after the fact that the entire putting green could hear my music through my earbuds while we were warming up.
100%.
So I couldn't hear my own thoughts when I was on the putting green.
Yeah.
I started birdie, par, eagle.
Yeah.
So 4 under through 4. I'm like, okay, here we go. We need to just take this one hole at a time, because last year I did the same thing. I was 5 under through 9 in the same position, and
Folded.
I absolutely folded.
Yeah, like a beach chair, folded.
Yes.
Just
So
straight flat.
I was like, we need to just focus on making pars. If they keep going in, they keep going in, but we just need to make pars. Proceeded to make a 3-putt bogey and then make another bogey on my next
Correct.
2 holes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, we are in peak Mars card fashion right now. We need to just make a par. And sure enough, we have the most gettable par 5 on the course coming up. I make par. I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And I make a tap in par. Coach comes over. I'm like, we just need to make some pars. I looked at Coach. I go, I got good news and I got bad news. Coach, he goes, so what's the bad news? I was like, well, I got a Mars card going. Coach is like, okay, so what's the good news? I'm like, well, it's the good kind because I'm 2 under. He stayed with me for probably 5 holes.
Yeah.
And I made 4 incredibly gritty pars.
Yeah.
It was a lot of tap in. No, not a lot of tap in. It was a lot of 5-foot par putts that
Right.
broke. So that was huge for me. And then, like, from my point of view, you were there. You witnessed it. Hole 10, I made birdie.
Chipped it in.
I chipped in for birdie after being well out of position off the tee.
Yeah.
And my trying guy was bogey free at this point in time.
Yeah.
So I think, like, after watching him 3-putt bogey, and I chipped in. I was like,
That was the moment.
For me, that was like we won.
Yeah.
Both the Trions coaches were there. They both saw me chip in, and they both watched him 3-putt. I was like, they are not recovering from this one.
Yeah.
Made birdie on the next hole, and then just cruised my way in at even. And I finished it, but it was a lot of standing over a golf shot, and my mind started moving forward, and then it was back off and recenter.
Yeah.
I think my last 4 holes, I backed off every single shot I hit.
Yeah.
And I hit again.
Wow. I think we're all thankful that you backed off. That was good. And then moving to Turk,
That's awesome.
you win the individual. You don't play your best game, right? Obviously, you know that. But team gets it done. You win the individual MVP of the MIAA. How did that feel?
Well, first, like, it was awful out there for me, because I like being in control, as Sam likes to give me crap about. So I love to know what's going on, and especially when I wasn't playing good, like, I'm just leaking oil out there. I'm like 3-putt, just leaking par, 3-putt, and so I'm just so like everything I'm thinking about is like, what are the other guys doing? Because I'm just like, oh no, like we're losing it, we're blowing it. But something that really kept me up is like every single person I saw that was from Calvin was like, they kept giving me some thumbs up, and like our buddy Josiah Lambers, every time I saw him, he's like, and I'm like, I'm 3 over right now. Like, what could you be so happy about? So I wasn't looking at the scoreboard, but I had a pretty good kind of knowledge that some of our guys were going low, and then Timmer over here gave a little message to coach to tell me, he's like, Timmer wanted me to tell you that the boys gotcha. Just keep being yourself. And so at that point, I was like, all right, perfect. Then I 3-putted that hole, but that doesn't matter. But yeah, the emotions of winning were just unreal. I was the first one in the clubhouse, and I was just waiting for everyone to come back, and finally all the scores had like hit the final right next to them. So it was really insane to see, and I knew Mars would be the most hyped out of everyone.
Yeah.
So like seeing him and you guys come in, I think he might have been on the back of your car, and you came in screeching the tires. Everyone was just going crazy. It was amazing, and I mean, we were all just kind of going crazy, and I felt bad. I mean, I kind of felt bad for the other guys there, but then I was like,
We
who
had
cares?
done that.
Yeah,
we had.
I mean, we
had
had been there 3 years in a row, you know, feeling the way that they did. So I was like, screw that, like we're celebrating. So we were just all giving each other hugs and high fives, and I was just in awe of these 2 guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. I got done with my round, and I looked at the scoreboard, and I was like, holy cow,
Yeah.
these guys are going insane.
It was.
I mean, it was just so cool to see, because I mean, both of them had, you know, a little bit more shaky springs and had some higher numbers up there. Just to see them, I mean, it was just clutch. That's the only word I can use for is clutch.
100%.
Yeah, that's all I got.
So you come in first team, obviously. Mars actually jumps to second in the entire standings. He comes in first team. Tiller misses first team by 1 shot. Ends up second team. We take all the pictures. We got the trophy. We are going to nationals. So we get the automatic bid.
So good.
We head to Florida, right? That's where we are now, at Mission Resort Inn. It's in Howey in the Hills, Florida, just outside of Orlando. So leading up to this week, right? Like we had finals. So like we're all grinding finals. We're getting to the course when we can. Part of us was like, we weren't really expecting to still be playing at this point. And like all of a sudden we hop on a flight Saturday and we're here. So kind of tell me some of the emotions about stepping out. You guys played 2 practice rounds so far. The tournament starts tomorrow. Walk me through being out there emotionally. Like how was it a relief? Or are you a little anxious? Like tell me a little bit about that. Mars, we'll start with you.
I'm just gonna start with I'm really tired. Like finals the week before, so I'm sitting here like, wow, I would still need to kind of get good grades to graduate and like get accepted into graduate school.
Yeah.
So I'm grinding finals. We get done. I don't do well with travel and sleep. So the travel killed me, and I apparently don't do very well with the heat either. So I am tired to start. I think 2 practice rounds. We got carts yesterday with a 2-hour rain delay in the middle.
Yeah.
We walked today. Today was a kind of a tough walk, but I think like I got over the like we're at nationals a lot faster than I thought I was going to. I think like, wow, there's an NCAA logo painted here. Okay, we just walked past the trophy for dinner. Like, I think after about a couple hours, I kind of got past it. Like we got the gear and the boxes right there.
Yeah.
We got all that. I was like, all right, let's just go play golf. I think at this point, that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah.
Which not the last emotion I expect I'd be feeling right now.
Right.
But I think like at this point, like post practice round, I'm like I'm just
Let's go.
ready.
Let's do this. Yeah, I like it. Bouncing to you, Taylor. What'd you feel out there?
Yeah, kind of saying some similar things to Mars. Like, just like I knew we won. I knew we were gonna come down here and be in Florida, but just didn't really hit and like really set in until we got on the plane Saturday and like wow, like we're actually going. And so like Mars said, like you get the gear and you see all the NCAA signs and like it's cool, but now like I just want to play. Like,
Yeah.
After today, like seeing both courses, playing both rounds, like let's just get this thing on the road. Like let's do it.
Yeah, love it.
So I'm excited. It should be brutal walk, but other than that, should be a good time.
Yeah.
I'm excited. So
I love it. And Turk, going to you.
The first thing that jumps out to me is like it's just so cool to be here because everything is just so classy. Like everything is just like everything is pinpointed and perfect and like very regimented, and so it's really cool to see that. I don't know. We haven't really done anything like this before, and I keep looking outside just because it's so beautiful and it's just such a great place. So I mean, it kind of feels like we're just almost like at a normal tournament, but it's at a really nice spot.
Yeah.
We get to do a practice round and we're playing with all of our guys. It almost feels like we're D1, like doing practice rounds and talking through, throwing extra balls down and putting to different pin locations. I think at this point I'm not thinking about the winning the conference anymore and just thinking about the here and now and just kind of how cool it is to be here and all the the perks and the cool things and the classiness of it.
For sure. So I was out there. It's unbelievably hot. They're going to be tough walks. But we're going to start. So there are 2 courses here. There's Las Colinas and then there's El Campeon. El Campeon is a championship course. We know that. Las Colinas is where we started. So we played a practice round yesterday at Las Colinas. Walk me through that course, the mentality, where you see your strengths fitting in, and then where are some spots where you're like, I need to be aware of this when we're out there tomorrow. Or actually, Wednesday. Yeah. So we'll start with Tilla this time.
Well, Colinas, I'd say very demanding tee shots.
Okay.
I think we're a pretty good tee-ball team though, so I have confidence in us that we can play good there. But yeah, I mean, really just tee shots and hitting greens. I mean, for me, like just the grain down here in Florida, like that's gonna be one thing that I need to pay attention to.
Yeah.
Because like Michigan, you see it and you hit the putt.
Right.
But now I gotta factor in like, okay, is it gonna pull it this way or pull it that way? Am I down grain?
Yeah.
So that's gonna be an adjustment for me. But I don't know. I like Colinas. It has a good vibe to it.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some holes that are pretty tight, some that are open. So
yeah,
I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah. We'll jump to you, Turk. What are you thinking?
Yeah, like Tiller said, the grain is definitely it's a weird thing to get used to. And I feel like putting, I have it down, but the thing is like out of a bunker even, like your ball might take that first skip, or it might stop right away.
Yeah.
We've kind of found out that it kind of bounces up. So it's just weird. I feel like I'm gonna be walking up to the green like on a 30-yard shot or 50-yard shot every time just to see if like if it's into the grain or down grain right before the hole, just to know how it's going to react. So yeah, the grain's definitely a interesting thing. Tight tee shots at Las Colinas. Going to be tough. Greens are running a little bit slower, especially at Las Colinas, because I think they take care of their championship course a little bit better. But I mean, we play on a lot of slow greens around and in the MIAA, so I don't think that hurts us at all. I think we're ready for that. But yeah, good course.
Yeah. Mars?
Yeah, I'll continue to preach tight tee shots. There's a lot of, you need to be able to hit tee shots moving both ways with multiple different clubs and land them in areas that are not comfortable. And you need to be able to, and you need to do it a lot. So like, for me, I'm big on tee shot. I think my confidence comes from my tee ball. If my tee ball's good, I have a lot of confidence. So out there, it's like, it's key to get the ball in play. I think the greens are grainy and slow, but they are, compared to what we played at El Campeon today, they're pretty flat.
Yeah.
They're not very slopey, so I think there's a lot of opportunity to make some putts. Especially them being slow, you can give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my line, I'm going to hit it, and I'm not going to run it 15 feet by, because they're not that fast, which like Turk said, is an advantage to us, because there are courses in the MIAA where that is just the case.
Yeah.
I think we might see some chip-ins at Las Colinas. That's my little hot take
Okay,
there.
sure. I
see
like
a couple
hot
chip-ins.
take. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So Mars, I gotta ask, after playing 2 practice rounds with, your other 4 teammates and coach and me, like we're all out there, are you sick of hearing to stop hitting driver yet? Or
No, because the thing is there are spots where like my game is a lot different than a lot of guys. And now is not the time to change that. So I think 9 is a perfect example. I think I can look it down hole 9 right now. Probably gonna hit driver tomorrow. There's 2 bunkers in the landing zone.
You're a driver guy.
I can hit driver over them. Most of the team can. But a lot of guys are opting to lay back. I think for me, I've always been, get it as close as possible. The other thing Coach and I have said, like, my layup clubs, 4-iron and hybrid for me, aren't exactly straighter. So we used Decade my junior year, which is a course management tool, and we talked about, okay, let's play the Decade thing. One of the Decade things is if you're going to hit it out far.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, there will be a lot of holes where I will not be hitting driver, and I'll be hitting hybrid or mini driver, but there will be times where it's going to be, this thing's going to go out, it's going to go out, and it's going to go out far.
Yeah, I like it. You're a driver guy. And now jumping today, El Campeon walked it, which was completely different. It was even hotter today. Walk us through first the course, and then what's it going to be like dealing with some of those conditions out there, and how do you focus on both playing good golf while also surviving, right? So Turk, we'll start with you. What are you thinking about the course to start with?
Yeah, we're on holes like 3, 4, 5, 9 over here on Campeon. It's beautiful. I mean, honestly, it blows Las Colinas out of the water. No offense. But it's so good. I think Coach kind of talked about not comparing it to Augusta, but you kind of have some of those lies where the ball's above your feet, the ball's below your feet, you're hitting way uphill. A lot more elevation change on this course, which is something that is tougher to approach greens, but also tougher to walk. But the greens were a little quicker today. I don't know if that's because they cut them or it's just a nicer track. But it's going to be tough to battle the elements. I mean, I think we did pretty well today. We lost a little gas at the end, but we're still getting used to this.
Yeah.
Some of these teams are from Georgia, and this is kind of their normal.
Right.
But I think we'll be all right. I mean, obviously drink water. I mean, I'm gonna pee 100 times out there. Yeah, I think we'll do great.
Yeah. All right, Taylor. What do you got? El Campeon.
I need to make my bag lighter, I think. And B, I just need to chug water like today, the rest of today, and then just all morning tomorrow. Because we don't tee off till like 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like right
12:50 or 1.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be brutal, like just right in the heat of the day. But yeah, I think this course, like a lot of these holes fit my eye, and like they're just visually like I like it. Like,
Yeah.
like looking at it visually. So
Yeah, for sure.
I got good vibes here, and I mean Kalinas too. I think good vibes.
Good
there,
vibes.
too, so
Good vibes all around. You're a Florida guy.
mhm.
Good vibes. Mars, what you got?
So El Campeon is 100% a cutter's golf course. As someone who does not cut the golf ball, it was very noticeable. So thankfully, I have somehow figured out that I do have a swing with my driver that allows the ball to cut,
Okay.
and it's pretty straight. We saw it on 1, we saw it on 10
Yep.
today. We saw it a few times where it's just step up and hit this little 10-yard cut that works. So I think like the elevation is another thing just to kind of note. So there's a lot of holes on kind of the back half of the property that are like you really got to be cautious of that, and the greens back there get slopey with the elevation.
Right.
A lot of the flat parts have flat greens, a lot of the slopey parts have slopey greens, which typically you think the harder holes, the more elevation, flatter greens. No, not here.
No.
So, I do think that like you can get away with, compared to Kalinas, you can get away with spraying it a little bit more here.
Yeah.
Like there are just spots and pockets where, if I hit it 40 yards left,
Right.
like I'm fine. I think on 5, I almost hit it on the 6. And I
Yeah.
was like, wow, I should have just hit it further left and I would have been fine.
Yeah.
So, like, you can do that at Kalinas, you cannot. So, I think it's a really good golf course. I think there's a lot of birdies
Yeah.
as well. So, I think, like the ability to go low is prevalent and can happen.
Right.
The par 5s were actually pretty short today.
Yes.
That's something to note too.
Yeah. Like,
Attackable.
I think 1 I went for, 10 I went for, and 14 with a good tee shot I believe you could go for as well.
Yeah.
17 is the only one that you can't.
Or at least get up right in front of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, kind of wrapping up here. Give me the most important club for you in your bag this week. What club are you looking at and like, this guy has got to be on, I need him all week? We'll start with Taylor.
I would say probably putter for me.
Okay.
It's known to be hot and cold, and if it's hot, I normally like the rest of my game. I'm not even thinking about it because my putter's good, so
Right.
I can make a 10-footer for par, no problem. But if it's cold, might be a little less confident with the rest of my game. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So the putter's your
putter.
club.
Yeah.
Turk, what do you got for us?
Oh man, I don't know. All of them. No. I would say either my 2-iron or my driver. Just getting in and play, because I think even if I miss some greens out there, there's no like too penalizing spots to be. They're not super penalizing right off the green, and you can get up and down. So I think getting in and play, especially I would say T Club on Las Colinas, irons on Campeon.
Okay.
I'll do a little split on that one.
Yeah, I like it. Mars?
Mine'll definitely be my mini driver.
Mm-hmm.
I think my driver, well, it wasn't great today. It was very good at Las Colinas. And my bad shots with my driver today, while they weren't good, were not horrific.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed in spots that were manageable.
Right.
My mini driver, on the other hand, which was very good today and absolutely horrific at Las Colinas, I'm going to need it. There's a lot of holes where it's going to be okay, you need to hit a cut, and I'm just not going to hit a cut, and I'll just hit my mini driver over the trouble right in front of me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to need it to be on this week, and I have confidence that it will be. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I know you guys are excited. I know you guys will play well. I'm excited. It's going to be a great week. Thanks for coming on the podcast. It was great having you guys. I think the listeners will like to hear a little bit about the golf games and Calvin Golf. And then to the listeners, thanks for listening to this special edition. We appreciate it. And as always, go Knights.
Good nights, baby.